San Antonio Spurs nearly put up a 50-point quarter in the second and completely blew this game out of the water. From there, the game was over, and I wanted to show you exactly how they did it. So take a look at this play here where we're going to get the DHO from Luke Cornett. We're going to turn around, act like we're setting another screen, but what that does is give De'Aaron Fox leverage and forces rotation from the big, and because this guy's going to follow and not switch, we roll Luke Cornett to the basket, creating a little bit of topside rotation. From there, we just fill the lane, right? We're creating a scramble of the defense. So we create that double. You see 11 kind of rotate over. Fox finds Dylan Harper, and we get a wide open three pretty much. Bang it home, right? This goes from like a 5-point game to like a 20-point game really quickly. Let's break down how they did it. Another interesting play here. Not sure what the defense is doing, but we're going to get a guard screen with Devin Vassell going over, screening Quentin Grimes. As we come off this thing, you would expect the defense to just switch this guy onto the screener, and then this guy rotates over to pick up the ball handler, right, in Stephon Castle. But ultimately, 11 does not want to switch. He wants Quentin Grimes to fight through. There's pretty much zero communication here, and Stephon Castle gets leverage on Grimes, drives into the paint because Wemby's in this strong or weak side corner. Andre Drummond can't really rotate fully, and Castle throws this thing down with a foul and one sound dumb. You see Quentin Grimes later in this play start talking to his teammate. Looks like there was some sort of miscommunication there, and yeah, he let up an easy dunk. Once again, another genius play call. So Devin Vassell is going to come over and set this off-ball screen for Victor Wembanyama as we come off this thing and roll to the basket. Once again, the one thing the defense does not want to do, and we've seen it already, is they don't want to switch. Now, clearly, Wemby, they don't want to see a switch with their guard Quentin Grimes on Wemby. So they're not going to do that at all. So we know that. So most likely, you're going to see weak side corner rotation. So as we set this screen, Devin Vassell does a great job, by the way. Great job. So Andre Drummond struggles to get around. Wemby's diving to the basket. You're creating the weak side rotation here. Now he's got to get leverage on Wemby. So then we're going to spray this basketball to the weak side corner. Right? Boom. Quick trigger. Drummond never sees it coming. Wide open three for Julian Champagne. And you get easy money. Right? 47-36. Here it comes. All right, very similar kind of action, but very different play call. So we're going to, once again, act like we're going to set a screen here with Devin Vassell, but we're not going to do it. We just have a bunch of guys next to him, and what that does is kind of allow him, or not allow, but maybe force him to back up on a switch quickly. But again, they don't want to leave this matchup on Wemby. So this guy's going to drop back as Drummond tries to get back into position. He goes underneath that Devin Vassell screen, right? And again, they don't want to switch. Now, all we did was force Drummond to back up. He goes back to Devin Vassell, and now look at the separation we have to just take a three. Again, they just outsmart you. They know how to manipulate separation, and that's what they did in this game. And really quickly, guys, make sure you do me a big time favor. Hit the like button, but also subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the San Antonio Spurs all year long. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns, whatever you guys want to see. We got you guys covered, so make sure you turn on those post notifications and hype the video. Let's continue to dive into more. Once again, now Drummond knows you can't sag off Wemby. You cannot give him any space at all, right? So we're going to swing it over to Champagne. We are going to make them kind of rotate back over, creating more separation for Wemby to go inside or outside on a pump fake. So we're going to get it. We're going to up fake, get Drummond to overcommit in the air. Once we do that, we're going to take the outside lane because we know we're going to get strong side rotation from the corner. As that happens, we quickly spray it out. Now Devin Vassell gets a wide open three. And he drains it. Again, outsmarting you. I mean, now easily, this is a 53-36 game. Now, at some point in this game, the 76ers kind of body language and the way they were playing defense kind of just dropped out of nowhere. And right here, the one thing that we see is everyone is ball watching. Like, I mean, look at how overloaded they are to this side of the floor just because they have leverage everywhere. As Devin Vassell is rolling to the basket, low post got to rotate over, leaving this weak side corner pretty much just wide open. But everyone's paying attention to the ball and not the guys that are supposed to be defending, which kind of allows Stephon Castle to spray this thing to the corner. Another opportunity with separation. We can either pump fake and drive or just take the three. We pump fake, we drive, we create two more guys rotating, we spray it back out to Carter Bryant, over to Castle. Castle drives in, back out. I mean, look at the ball movement. This is insane. This is absolute insanity. The ball movement is just beautiful. all the rotation they were able to get, and then Carter Bryant, who had a good game, drains an open three. With the NBA season in full effect, things are really starting to ramp up. And on the Sleeper app, you can potentially 1,000 extra cash. I've been playing it every single day, which is crazy, right? But it's so much fun. It makes watching these games a little bit better, especially the ones you don't really care about, right? But first things first, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to match your first deposit up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50. Okay, it's so simple. Link will be in the description. Also, this is my pick for tonight. You got Vucevic over or higher than 20 PRA. First game with Boston should be interesting. Kawhi Leonard, no more. James Harden, higher than 39.5 PRA. And then Denny, higher than 33.5 PRA. He made the All-Star game. I think he's been amazing so far. So make sure you let me know in the comments down below what you're doing for tonight's game. But also, use promo code DUBS. You'll get that $100 match deposit on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. So make sure you check out Sleeper today. Now, one last thing, they also added team picks, which is so cool. You can take a team to beat a team on any given night. You can put some money on an MVP winner, whoever you like. The options are endless. Wemby, Cade, Jaylen Brown, who I like personally, KD, Maxey, Anthony Edwards. I mean, there's so many things that you can look at here. So definitely a new option. I love it. Go check it out if you haven't already done so. Let's get back to the video. Simple play here, just pick and roll. As he sets this screen, we want to make sure we're on that backside hip to give Castle leverage to get over him and force this guy to be put in what we call jail. And as we get that leverage, we want to make sure the big is kind of attached. Usually they stay in a drop zone because they understand that Wemby's going to roll to the basket. And because that happens, there's nothing you can really do. You're either going to allow the floater from Stephon Castle or you're going to allow the backside lob. But once we see this far side player reach back over and allow Wemby to have that leverage to the paint, we just throw this thing up there. There's nothing you can do. Wemby's going to throw it down 9 times out of 10 times out of 10. Let's be honest. And once again, pretty much to end the first half, they're already up by 21 points. You got Champagny top of the key, already being able to create rotation from the defense. I mean, look at, they're so out of sorts already. We're going to get this thing right back to Castle knowing that he's got leverage straight down the line. Now, you might create rotation here. You know this guy's going to rotate, and maybe even you create rotation there. Either way, someone's probably going to be open because someone's going to rotate. Someone. Right? So we drive in. We not only create the strong side rotation, you also create the weak side rotation, right? So we get to where we need to be, kick it back out, and now once again, wide open three-point opportunity, and they drain it. Give them credit, man. They are just better, smarter, more physical, and they're dominant, man. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.